Okay, this is the skills video on the folk strum. We talked about it in class yesterday, and we can count this strum in two different ways. It's a 4/4 strum, 4 beats to a measure. And each note is played on each movement in the strum or note is played on an 8th note rhythm. So we could count it strict 8th notes: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or we can count it down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up, based on what our arm's really doing. And notice the arrows are down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, but I have these 2 dotted arrows here, which indicate that when the hand goes in the direction of the arrow, you're missing the guitar, you're not hitting it with the strum. If I was to play this even, it would be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, but that's real boring. So we do down, and then we miss it on the upstroke, and then we strum on the down and the next up, and then we miss this downstroke, and then we strum up, down, up. So it's down, down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up. That's the pattern. These symbols are musical repeat symbols, which mean that you repeat this. We talked about measures yesterday. This will fill up 1 measure in 4/4 time. So you repeat this pattern over and over and over again. And we also talked how this was the pattern that, like, the Eagles used in Your Lion Eyes. It's a real common pattern in soft folk rock or folk music and church music. I've heard it referred to many names, sometimes the church strum, the folk strum. We're going to call it the folk strum. So anyway, I'm going to count it down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up. First, I want you to do it just with your arm going down. We're not going to hit the guitar. We're just going to move the arm. Whenever I say down, my arm's going down. When I say up, my arm should be going up. And if I'm saying miss, my arm's either going up or down depending on which way that arrow is. So down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up. A little slower. Down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up. Down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up. So practice that for a while until you have that. And you want to say that real slow and steady. You want to make sure your arm is working with what you're saying. Because if you're doing down, miss, down, up, down, up, like that, and your arm's going crazy, you don't have it. You have to make sure that when you say down, it's a downstroke. Whenever you say up, your arm should be coming up. So you need to slow it down and get it under control. Then you can start bringing it up to tempo and practice playing it. To pass the skill, you're going to have to do it at least 2 different tempos. One would be fairly slow. Let's practice that on an E chord. About this tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and play. Down, down, up, down, up, down, miss, down, up, miss, 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 up, down, up. Now, turn the video off, practice that for a while. If that's too fast, slow it down. Okay, now we're going to try it at a little faster tempo. About the tempo that we'll need for singing in church. We're going to use this on the song, They'll Know We're Christians by Our Love. Well, we are one in the Spirit, we are one in love. So let's try it at that tempo. Down, miss, down, up, down, up. Ready? Play. Down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up, down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up, down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up, down, miss, down, up, miss, up, down, up. And you're going to want to practice this a line up the slower tempo before you bring it up to this tempo. Down, this down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. And that's the folk strum.